You go to the gym, you find someone who's got a six-pack, film them, right, and say, look, I want you to, I'm going to pay you a guy did this with piano. This guy, he wanted to learn to play piano, he can't play the piano, right? So he went to the piano teacher, paid him $1,000, and said, look, teach me how to play the basic chords. He took that video, at the time there were no memberships, right? So he turned into a DVD membership. You know, the old school DVDs, those millennials in here remember them, right? DVDs, right? This guy made 1.3 million in the first year from somebody else's skill set. So you can find someone got a six-pack, supplements, or someone in health, pay them a little bit of money, and say, look, let me film you, and then basically you create that video, it gets attention, then you put your supplements underneath. You sell lots of it, it's easy, right? So this one has got 1.3 million views, 800,000. So I created a new YouTube channel as well. Again, do you know, every time I would give these talks, people say, but John, it's okay for you because you already have millions of followers. I said, okay, let me start from scratch, from zero. Today, not things that used to work 5 or 10 years ago, but things that work today. Right? And let me prove to you that it can be done. And the good news is, because now we're working off delayed explosion, followers mean nothing now. Right? So what is it? If it's not followers, write this down, it's impressions. Let me show you an example. This is a YouTube channel that I started this year. If I go to Lifetime, again, I don't mind showing you the stats to see how this works. I've had 24,000 views, I've had 1,800 hours of watch time, and I've had 2,200 subscribers. Right? So, if I go into the content, you see this? That is the key metric for 2024. If you go to YouTube, type in John Lee Success, I only have 2,000 followers on a brand new channel. My other one has 70,000 plus, it's got way more. But I want to start from the to show you all that can be done. How many impressions has it had since this year? How many people have seen it? It says that impressions, 268-6K. That's 268,000 people. That's why I asked the question in this room. Because a lot of you don't even know who I am. Raise your hand if you've never heard of me before. Right? But yet you've seen my content. Do you know every time I go out, I recognize you. I've seen your face somewhere. Like, where have I seen you? They try to look at me like, put this puzzle. It's because if some of these people, by the way, this is not one platform, this is multiplied across 10 different platforms. So if at the end I say go to success.club and they join, they pay $47 a month. Does that make sense? Say yes.
Yes.
Right? So, that's why I'm going to show you that. That's why with YouTube, it's the same thing. By the way, how much does it cost to upload a video to YouTube? It's free! It's free! Why would you not be uploading videos all the time? And the videos don't have to be your face. How many of you have ChatGPT? ChatGPT can now create videos now. You say, so you got a supplement, right? Make me, so the prompt would be something like, create a video with someone working at the gym who's really ripped and is sweating and is taking supplements. Bang. It will write the description, create a video for you, download it, upload it to YouTube. Put your supplements there. You see how this works? It's not that hard. You can now become a creative director with no creative directive experience. How many of you are getting a lot of items by the way? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm running out of time. Let's go. So, this video got 1.3 million views, 800,000 views. So when you get hundreds of thousands of views, what happens is, when they all join your wait list, they're all waiting outside your shop, waiting to buy something. Right? So that's why I put this channel on. Alright, again, if you don't take my word for it, just go to YouTube, type in John Lee Success, and you'll see it's there. The videos don't get that many views, but I'm getting hundreds of thousands of impressions. Right? So I just showed you the updated stats now already. So, when you have people on your wait list, you have all these people waiting outside your shop to buy something. You are guaranteed to make sales. And I use that word very lightly. How many of you can see logically how this process works, by the way? Raise your hand. Say yes.
Yes.
This is how you become a national achiever. It's how you create success. By the way, here's a good thing. Success is not making $1 million. Success is earning enough money for you to have the choice to do what you want whenever you want. So actually, you don't have to make $1 million. A lot of my students do 50,000, 100,000, but without having to work for it. That's pretty good, yes or no?
Yes.
All right. Then you can use things like Facebook. I spent like £400 on Facebook. I got 6,000 people to go to my site. So let's say you don't want to get followers. You have something called Facebook ads now. Right? So Facebook ads can target people. And then when you get on social media, you get to meet some cool people. Anyone recognize this guy? Any Avengers fans? There's Benedict Wong in Doctor Strange, Infinity War, Endgame. So I got to spend some time with these people and learn some strategies. But here's the thing. It's not even making money from social media. It's the opportunities that come from social media. This guy came to me and said, John, as an actor, I'm working on doing all these Hollywood movies, but I want to do investments because it can be quite risky. So he asked me for my property knowledge. How do I invest in property? What should I buy? And I got to really work with some incredible people on some of these strategies as well. All right, next thing. Facebook now has the ability for you to, Facebook has the ability now for you to get people to follow you and pay you money. It's called a supporter platform. All the platforms have it now. So right now, all your settings are turned to follow you for free. Am I right? Yes or no? Turn your account to a creator account, and now people have to pay money to follow you now. Is that pretty cool? Yeah. So for example, here it is. So how much do they pay? £3.49. Okay, it's not $47, but you get the point. So how fast can you increase your income? Took a screen grab. These are all the sales that come in. So before my membership was $27 a month, I increased the price. So you see every single day the sales coming in. Thursday, scrolling back, Wednesday. Every time someone signs up, I get a notification. Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. You see every day people are going, they're watching my content, they're going to my club, and they're signing up. Right? This is how you create passive income. And again, you don't have to do it for you, you can do it for somebody else. Right? Go back to Saturday, you see? So how many did you count there? Everyone take the calculator out. And at the time I was charging 27. Type in, to open your calculator, type in 261 times 27. How much passive income did I make in 7 days? 7,000. How many make 7,000 in 7 days, Joanne? Say yes.
Yes.
Now that's not going to be for all of you, but you've got to learn first, yes or no? Two parts to it. You've got to be able to get the passive income model right, and then you have to be able to promote it using social media. Okay? So what I realized is business creates cash flow, but the cash flow invested creates wealth. So buying businesses, investing in companies. I invested in 25 companies. 4 of them now are unicorns. You know what unicorns are? Companies that have around over $1 billion in valuation. Right? Where did it come from? It came from the opportunity from social media. I invested in this platform called Clubhouse years ago. Have you heard of Clubhouse? So I was on Clubhouse, and then all these investors were on there. They said, John, we've got this deal, we've got this company you want to invest in. That's why I say it's not always about the things that you sell on social media. Sometimes it's the opportunities that come from social media. Book deals, keynotes, networking. All that stuff makes a massive difference. One of my students here, Mark, he made $1.5 million just from doing juicing, right? Because he put himself on social media. Yeah, he's got 149,000 followers, and then I showed him how to make his content viral. So the video's at 16,000 shares, 2.3 million views. Remember, in order for a video to go viral, it has to what? Do 2 things. Make people feel something, and it has to make people feel good for sharing it. If it's missing those 2 things, it won't viral. And that's exactly what I taught him. Do you know, 8 years on, Whole Foods offered to buy his company for $72 million. Is that pretty cool, yes or no? This guy didn't even have a Facebook account. Alright? Listen to this. I said, Mark, what do people always come to you for? John, they always ask about healthy cooking. Like how my skin is all nice, how can I lose weight? Okay, create membership, marklowe.club. And then he didn't believe me. And I said, as soon as you do this, you'll make money straight away. Honestly, you do this, you follow exactly what I say, this is what happens. Then he sent me this video, listen.
Hey John, I
I got a good news to share with you. You know, after 2 weeks, in fact, it was less than 2 weeks, man. After your masterclass, I went to implement that MarkLeong.club concept that you told me about in less than a week. Tonight, I officially launch it. I just completed my Zoom session, see my share code. You want to see the results, brother? Get ready, brother. Get ready. Here you go. In that 45 minutes. Boom! Hey, what do you do? Where do you do?
Sorry.
Alright. John, here you go. My MarkLeong.club membership in just 45 minutes. We have 292 people.
And still counting.
And still counting. We have already 2,000 revenue from a $7 membership.
Yay.
Thanks to you. Your strategy works. You are amazing. Big hugs, big love to you from Singapore on a Saturday night. Woo! It works. Well done, brother. See you soon. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Give it an applause. And all he does is cooking anyway. I just said, get his wife to film you when you're cooking. That's it. Stand there with the camera, you're cooking anyway. Just put in a membership sign. Next time someone asks you, how do you lose weight? Go and pay $7 to join my membership. That's it. And you hear what he said at the end, oh God, this stuff works. Of course it does. Been testing it for years. Right? Skip, and then once he sells supplements, right? He does these Facebook Lives. He's got 6,000 people, and then he just puts the supplements there. He sells it. He makes hundreds of thousands of dollars every month in passive income. It's insane. Right? Anyone know this guy, Jake Shetty? Right? So again, he taught me a lot of these strategies. He's got 100,000 views. Right? So if you don't have anyone who's got a lot of followers, work with somebody. Raise your hand if you know someone who's got a lot of followers on social media. Okay? Raise your hand nice and high. Okay. The person with the hand raised, look at the person next to them and say, I'm going to do a deal with you. So you use that person to get to the person who's got followers, and you implement the two strategies, the passive income model and then the social media model. Make sense? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So people will pay you, here's an opportunity by the way, people will pay you $1,000 a month just to manage the social media to do this for them. You want to make an extra $5,000 a month, you just need 5 clients, that's it. It's not that hard. Right? You're going to find business owners. So this is what my students, Pam, she made 1.3 million in 12 months. How? Basically, she created a business community. She says that, John, I feel so lonely, like being an entrepreneur, like no one understands what I'm thinking about. I want to create a community where we all come together. So she created the CEO group, right? Where all the CEOs and business owners and directors come together, they pay a lot of money. Think of the membership for directors of institutes here in London. Right? It costs thousands of dollars to join that. I'm not saying charge thousands, I'm saying charging $10, $7, $20 a month. It's not that much. Right? And so this is before she met me, when I was teaching all these strategies, and this is after I finished with her. No, not like that. After I finished teaching her. Right? So now she's become this superstar, this celebrity, she's on this Reader's Digest now. She's doing all these incredible things, and oh, this clicker stopped working. Oh, there we go. There we go. So now she's on these radio, and I actually spent over a couple of million testing this stuff, by the way. So you don't have to spend a million testing this. So you're learning what's going on today with a shortcut to the process. Is that okay? Say yes.
Yes.
Right? Another big thing with Instagram is Instagram Reels. So this one reaches 100,000 people. So Instagram now has something called a link button. So you can put a link button. So I can go on Instagram story, say, hey, this is John Lee here. If you want to take a trial of my Success.club, click this button now. Bang, you go to Success.club. We actually don't have a trial on there now because obviously it's a mature membership. But when you're starting off, that's what you should do. Alright? Then you do the swipe up. So then what I do is I put a link to all my products, and people go buy the product for like $1,000, $2,000, $500. See, when Jake goes live, he's got 9,000 people watching him. Right? This person here sells Pilates and yoga pants. He's got 9,000 people. If she said in this video, go to my membership to learn Pilates. In fact, a guy did this over. He was charging me £3. Because you know during the pandemic, everyone goes to the gym. You start doing all this Pilates stuff. And people get asked, oh my God, I missed the session. How can you miss the session? You're locked at home. So he said, okay, if you want to get the recording, go here. Right? We had 9,000 people sign up to pay £3 per month. How many of you can see that this is actually not that hard? Raise your hand. Say yes.
Yes.
Thank you. And when you get big, you get to hang around some cool people. You know, this is John Lass. So, have you ever heard of John Malone?
Yes.
So John Malone's a good friend of mine. She has fragrances, candles, and things like that. So I said to her, Joe, like the candles, they've run out, right? Why don't you start a subscription on it? So she's now contemplating a subscription. Right? Anyone recognize the guy? Floyd Mayweather? He's got a lot of gyms that people pay subscription to. Chris Tucker is an actor. KSI, one of the biggest YouTubers. So they're part of a YouTube influencer brand called Sidemen. You should go and watch the show on Netflix. It's amazing. All these guys produce, they can fill up stadiums. They have a drink called Prime. People join the memberships. It's insane. Because you have distribution. That's the word. What's the word?
Distribution.
Now we can which gets paid for like royalties. Right? Lewis Hamilton. Right? These actors are now starting to get royalties on the movies that they're making. That's passive income. So that's another way that we can do it. The person who introduced me to Orlando Bloom was Leonardo DiCaprio. It's the most weirdest thing. And when it's party, it's like, it's a very intimate party, and all these actors are talking to me. In my mind, they're talking, and I'm like, in my head, like, yeah. My mind's like, film that I see them before. So that's just alone. This guy gets to get a lot of royalties, like Rocky and all the things that they now produce. Elle she created a Instagram about motivation, so over 52,000 followers on there. LinkedIn's good as well. LinkedIn's really powerful to promote email ads, text ads, sponsor ads, massive list acquisition. Do you know now you can make a post on LinkedIn and only show it to people who've got a specific job title? How many of you B2B guys? So if I want to find investors, I type in investor. If I want to find CEOs, I type in CEO. If I want to type in manager or salespeople, I type in salespeople. Here, I just put in job experience, right? I type in CEO, right? Here it is. I click on CEO. There are 150,000 CEOs in the United Kingdom. Imagine right now I send them a message saying, hey, we have a membership that can train your sales team. Are you interested? By the way, anyone here really good at sales? Anyone who's particularly really good at sales? Raise your hand now. Okay. So you guys have to create a membership app. You know, I get your sales strategies. I film you. You put it into a thing. Contact all the CEOs. There you go. Pay $7 a month. It's cheaper to bring someone in to train a sales team. You see, the whole world's now being disrupted. So I could launch a campaign. All the CEOs will see it now. So I told this to Andreas. He just lied to me. He said, John, I don't want to put my face on camera. I said, you don't have to. Put your work on camera. He made 150,000 euros in the first year just by putting his work on camera. And a Russian couple paid 80,000 euros to do the wedding. Is that powerful, by the way? Every time we called people, we said, the CEO is not available. I said, Andreas, shortcut that. Send a message directly to the CEO. Now he doesn't get fobbed up by the PAs. Now, anytime they're in an event, they hire him. Pretty cool? Say yes.
Yes.
Alright? So there's really 4 steps to this. Find your niche, create a membership, create conversion sign up, and then market your products and services. Right? And when you get this, I've already talked about Google, TikTok, Threads, Twitter, X. There's a new one now called AirChat. It's the biggest social media platform out right now. It's the evolution of Clubhouse. I shouldn't be telling you this, I'm an investor in Clubhouse. I'm actually telling you to now go and use another audio platform. Because, look, we do what's effective. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right? So, my goal for you is 1,000 members at $7 a month, or $10. That's only 3 sales a day. Now, with all these things that we've talked about, do you think you can just get 3 people a day to take a trial in your membership? Yes or no?
Yes.
God, I need to hear some confidence. Yes or no?
Yes!
Thank you. Right? So a lot of people never make it. They don't have money. They don't have time. Sounds too good to be true. John, they don't have specialized knowledge. Here's the problem, right? You are already using social media anyway. If you don't believe me, I can grab any one of your phones, go to settings, go to how much time you spend on the phone, and I guarantee you hours of it will be on social media. Am I right, yes or no? You know what I'm talking about. So instead of wasting time on social media as a consumer, why don't we become a creator? What's the word?
Creator.
Tell the person next to you, say, become a creator. And this, my friends, is where we are now in 2024, 2025, 2026. We're going to see the birth and the growth of the creator economy. How many got kids? How many of you have kids that watch YouTube all the time? How many have kids that want to be influencers? It's happening. Right? People will not work. My prediction for the future is people won't work in jobs anymore. Right? There'll be an Emily, have you seen Emily in Paris? It'll be like that. When people work in a job as an influencer and they get paid a lot of money and they don't have one income stream, they have multiple income streams. That's the key to this. So, a lot of this stuff is not taught in school. So what's your BS? What does BS mean? Not bullshit, your belief system. What is your belief system? Right? I don't have time, I don't have money, I don't know how to do this. Look, Richard Tan from Success Resources taught me this lesson 15 years ago. And I want to pay it forward to you. Is that okay?
Yes.
Write this down. Learn, L-E-A-R-N. Take off the L, what does it spell? A lot of you got, John, this is like new information. I've heard this before, but I didn't quite understand how it worked. You must always learn before you earn. If you're not earning, it's because you're not learning. Right? This is why you've got some incredible speakers coming to teach you. You've got Mac Andrews coming. He's one of the best in the world in teaching money mindset. He's so good. I mean, I traveled the world with him in Malaysia, Germany, Amsterdam rather. It's incredible. Like you don't even know how lucky you are to be here to learn this stuff. Let me ask you a question. How many millionaires do you know?
Yeah.
Most of you, less than a handful. You have a lot of people speak on the stage of multi-millionaires. You're like, why are they so freely giving their information? Because 15 years ago, I was sat where you're sitting right now. Lost. Didn't even know how to do this stuff. Running around like a headless chicken. Right? Spending money on stuff that were liabilities, not assets. You must learn. What's the word?
Learn.
Learn. Right? See, a lot of you already know this. Or maybe you don't know when to start. What's the best time to start? Now, I can't even tell you the timing of you getting in on this is the perfect timing. Why? AI wasn't around last year. Social media wasn't as big. People wasn't used to being online because they were locked at home. Social media has gone crazy. And now we start to see all business models move into subscription. Right? So what do you need? You need to learn the how, you need to learn the implementation, you have to have the strategy and the plan, and you need to have your why. You know, my why, and let's go to life here for a second. My why was my parents. You know, Chinese people, I'm Chinese, you can probably tell, right? I was British born Chinese. And I always say like Chinese people were emotionally constipated. Don't show emotion. You do something wrong, you get slapped. You do something right, your parent goes, You know, if Johnny runs on the falls on the floor, my mum would say, hey, what are you doing? What are you falling from? In the Western world, it's like, oh, Johnny, it's okay, sweetheart. Well, now before my dad tries to hit me when I fall, I say, stop! I said, what? I said, if you hit me, I'll call child support. Dad said, oh, go ahead. You'll be dead. But in all honesty, for me, I just want my parents to be proud of me. Because they don't, like Chinese parents, they show you love by feeding you stuff. So I got so overweight when I was a kid, right? So I said to my parents, I said, Mum, what's your dream? She said, I'd love to travel the world. That became my why. Now every year we get to travel around the world, business class, first class, 5-star hotels, we went to Disneyland, we just got back from China, we did this whole tour, and oh my God, China's in Beijing, Shanghai, Jingzhou, we went to the Avatar floating mountains, it was incredible. That whole trip. And I remember the first time I took my mom into business class. First class, she sits there, she's like, I said, Mom, stop being a newbie. 2 seconds, 6 takes 4, I'll start doing this. What else is this? We're about half an hour into the journey. I look over at my mom, and she's got this big smile on her face. Plane takes off. And I look over at the clouds in the background, see the sun in her face. I look directly at her. For a split second, she looks up at me. She smiles. Do you know that moment? She didn't have to say anything. But I knew that she was proud of the son. Because we can do far more for the people than we can do for ourselves. We've got to learn. We've got to always know what's happening. Right? Go on to the slides for a second. Actually, one of my biggest whys was to build a school, because like schools don't teach financial education, they don't teach mental health, they don't teach financial literacy. So I thought, why don't we build, so my dream was also to build a school. We built our first school in a place called Kakamega in Kenya. This school now houses 342 orphans, learning all things you guys know now. So what we do is we want to give back to other people. Like part of me and all the speakers being here is to plant that seed, and when you become successful, you pay it forward. Can we do that, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. When we have a crisis that happens, we can make impact. When India got locked down, we ran this event, raised all this money, and then we fed a lot of families in India. I got this message, and it really brought a tear to my eye, because this is not just being on social media, it's about having influence and impact. That's what we have at a touch of a button. Touch of a button to reach a million people. You know how many friends of mine raised so much money for fires, for earthquakes, all that stuff that happened? Like, we now have the power to touch of a button, sit in our pajamas at home. It's incredible the opportunity we have right now. It's my daughter. So I want her to have the best education. Now my daughter's now creating YouTube videos. She's like, hi guys. She's playing with the Barbie dolls. Do you know how much kids are making on YouTube now? Ryan's Toys making 50 million a year. Ryan's Toys, they take toys out and play with them. That's it. Right? So what I truly believe is the definition of hell on earth is meeting the person that you could have been. And now I've designed my life the way I want it. I've gone around the world. I get to travel a lot, stay in the best hotels. And for me, it's really having that time with my family. My mum actually wants to go to Niagara Falls and then go see Celine Dion in concert in Vegas. That's what we did. See, one thing more than buying things is buying experiences. Because you'll never be able to replace it. You know, when we meet our Creator, those flashes in our life that we get before we meet our Creator, that's all the experiences you buy. And it's not even about making the million, it's about becoming used to that journey and learning it, right? So, my question is, would you much rather be on a beach right now, making money, making impact, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, that's what we should do. Right, so what's your why? Who are you going to learn from? Who's going to be your mentor? Well, people always ask me, well, John, like, can you be my mentor? Well, I work with a lot of celebrities, and that's what I charge, $15,000 a day. My hourly fee is $5,000. My live in-person events are a couple of thousand to $3,000. My online courses are $5,000 to $1,000. But because I started in Success Resources 15 years ago, Richard and Veronica, they're my mentors.